Hi guys, welcome to match 18 of season 17. So I played this on the Saturday with the season ending on the Tuesday, which was also where we get soft reset of MMR for the 222. So I came into this match very much prepared, not quite sure what I was going to get on the last weekend, potentially throwers, levers, all the rest of it. So I came in kind of mentally prepared that this could be a terrible match. And that's why I went for the Moira straight off the bat as opposed to Zenyatta. So the Moira's obviously got a lot more self-sustain, so if it becomes a bit of a mess, I'm covered. And yeah, so at the end of last season, I went through like the last 5 matches or something. I think like 3 of them were marred by throwers or levers or whatever. And it's quite disheartening at that time, to be honest. So I was a lot more prepared for this, and I was happy to say if this match is a complete mess, then I'll leave it and see where we get to. So we do actually end up with a 2-2-2 team with Narisa and Reinhardt, so double barrier tank, and we've got a Bastion, and someone else picked an Ana. So I decided to swap off the Moira, and I decided I'll run the Mercy so that I can damage boost the Bastion. Obviously we can run the pirate ship. So I've not played Mercy much as of late, to be honest. I say I've been much more focused on Zen and Moira, a bit of Ana. So I probably am a bit rusty with her, but I think she was a good pick for this team comp. To come up, damage boost the Bastion out the gate. This is a decent setup. So I don't really know what's going on yet. I'm just kind of waiting for the Bastion to land a couple of picks and hopefully carve the opening for us to get onto the payload. We're doing okay here, slowly moving out. Starting to move out. Bastion maybe a bit slow. Now I heard the Reaper there, but I didn't quite realise he was behind me. He dropped down straight onto me. So that was unlucky. There was maybe a bit of rustiness in that I didn't Guardian Angel. I don't think I had it on cooldown there. It's maybe just kind of he got the drop on me basically. Now we saw it before as well. There was becoming a slight disconnect between the Bastion and the shields, and here you can see we got 2 shields down here and Bastion's gone high, I think. So I want to try and keep him up as he's obviously the centerpiece. Get a good res and dive out of there. Dodge the Lucio. So now I was kind of sticking with the Bastion again to keep the damage boost on him. Now I think our Ana actually swaps this. No, she's still an Ana. She swaps off shortly, and I don't realise it. So I'm trying to keep our Reinhardt alive. Unfortunately, we've got this disconnect between the Bastion and the shields. Unfortunately, I wasn't quite able to get behind the shield there, where they're being separated, which is a bit of a problem. I figure I'll give it one more go as the Mercy. Again, at this point, I still think we've got an Ana, but she's actually switched to Widowmaker. So I think I'm working on the assumption that we have a second healer. And so I can just focus on damage boosting. This is the kind of thing I'm really looking forward to 2-2-2, or where you can't have a setup that then gets ruined. I'm not necessarily ruined, but you know, broken. So we did quite well there, falling back, and then unfortunately our Risa pushes forward where the rest of the team go right. So I mean, this game is already feeling quite messy in that we've got some people doing, or people just with us just not being coordinated. I don't think we're getting value out of our 2 barriers, because ideally we want to stack them together with the Bastion, and obviously just make it impossible for anyone to do any damage to us. I wanted to get the res on the Risa. I couldn't quite get in there, and then I see our Reinhardt potentially needs help over here, so I come to back him up. See, this is the kind of thing that we're kind of doing wrong. We're going after chasing these kills around here. And this is where it was starting, in my mind, it was starting to really feel like that sort of end of season match where we're popping heads. We're focusing on popping heads and chasing kills more so than necessarily going after the objective. Started some good Guardian Angels around there. Unfortunately, the dragon then comes straight into my face. Yeah, I don't think there was much I could do about that. The only thing I could say there is when I landed, I could have had someone further out that I could look out to Guardian Angel to if I needed to, but it happened quite quickly, so I'll leave it there. And at this point, I think this is where I clock that we've lost the Ana, and I say we've had this disconnect between the Orisa and the Bastion. I see our Bastion's over here when the payload's obviously halfway across the map. Our tanks are down there. So it's like I don't think the Mercy was going to get much value anymore. So I switched to the Moira. I'll go with our tanks, and now we just need to kind of touch the payload, get on it. So I can see the Reaper there. I don't think he had his ult yet, but I wasn't quite sure. And unfortunately, yeah, we don't manage to get to the point. That was maybe I could have done been a bit more alert to the time. Obviously, I was trying to dodge that Reaper, but I maybe could have played around the cart a bit more. Now, in fairness, I think there was 1 or 2 on there, so I might not survive long on it anyway. So I'm kind of looking at what sort of setup we're going to get this time. So initially, I go for the Mercy again to kind of damage boost the Bastion. Looks like a similar setup to last time, obviously with the 3 DPS. Do I stick as Mercy? I can't remember actually what I do here. Yeah, but I say it was really feeling like that end of season match where people weren't taking it as seriously as they maybe would at other times in the season. It was alright though. It didn't tilt me because I came into this mindset knowing that it was last weekend of the season, not just last weekend of the season, last weekend before the MMR reset, and switched to 2-2-2. So it's like this weekend really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Obviously, I still want to try, I still want to win and all the rest of it, but I was happy to accept that if it goes badly, I'll be okay. Now I'm telling the Bastion to group up here. Our tanks have gone up there, so it's like, okay, if we want to set up over there, that's fine, I'll come over here. Unfortunately, we're a bit slow about it, so now we're out of position. So, this is where Baptiste would be good. Now, my Baptiste isn't really good enough to play in competitive yet. So I decided to stick with the Mercy. I'm doing okay there. I see the Ashe down there, but she's I can't dive into that. Yes, the Reaper comes in, we do really well to get onto him. Then unfortunately one of our team leaves. I think it was our Widowmaker. The one who was the Ana then swapped to Widow partway through the first round. You know, so as soon as you see that, you kind of, well, you know, it's pretty much game over. Now again, we've got our Bastion separated from our shields. Fair enough, good sleep from the Ana. Not much I can do here. So I wake up, I'm looking around, where's my team? Trying to dodge down there to get out. I get quite lucky to make it out of there. That Ana seems to be hunting me down again. You see, this is something that you wouldn't kind of get in normal 2-2-2 play. Try to keep this Orisa alive against the Zarya. Oh, she was being pocketed by Mercy as well, so not surprised we don't win that. And then unfortunately I get picked off as I try to guard an Angel away. Maybe could have been a bit quicker there. At this point in the match though, it was a bit like, whatever, we're down to 5. It's not being taken seriously, we know it's over. And that's it, so that's my last game of Season 17. Obviously, see how that one went. I decided I'll give it a miss for the rest of this weekend. And that means it's also my last match outside of 2-2-2. Which was probably fitting, you know, where you start off with a 2-2-2 and then someone switches and you lose it and blah blah blah. So there we are, that's the Dragon Strike that killed me. Not much I could do about that. So yeah, the Mercy play, it was pretty average there, if I'm honest. It was like someone who hadn't played Mercy in quite a while. So we'll take that into the next season. I'm gonna do all my placements: tank, DPS, and support. I'm really looking forward to that. Looking forward to at least taking away that pain point of not having a good team comp. And hopefully that'll encourage me to just play more and more competitive and allow me to really sort of climb. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any feedback about this, leave it below, although it's not really one for feedback this video. But I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll probably have I say the 222 beta placements coming towards the end of the week. Thanks.